Hi everyone, it's me Angel. I'm back with another message for you guys. But first I'm going to talk about my dream I had last night because it's kind of interesting and it kind of relates to what's going on here. And I knew it was going to happen in this message today, but it was a pretty interesting dream last night. So last night I had a dream and it starts out where I'm reading the Bible, right? And you guys know how like the Bible has like little separations in between the lines and everything. So I was reading it and I'm getting to the last passage on the page, and what happens is the page lights up, and in between each line is more verses, more pages. And you know how sometimes the Bibles have like a little bit of a separation from the bottom of the page and the verses at the very bottom, and that fills up too. And I was told that that was my story, I guess my addition to the Bible or whatever, right? And then it switches over to my ex who was murdered, my ex-fiance who was murdered, and he visits me, and then there's a blueprint. It's like an architectural blueprint, and it's got like, you know, shapes and everything. It's got sacred geometry on there and everything, and we're kind of planning out how we're going to build this and like what's going to be stopping. I'm not really going to go into what we're trying to build a barrier for, but yeah, we built that. And then I wake up, right? So I was like, man, that was kind of interesting, right? Because the pages glow blue on the Bible. That was like the most interesting part about it, right? So yeah, I miss you, by the way, and I'm glad he visited. But let's get into the message today, which is a very interesting message. Okay, so it's a little bit scientific or whatnot, but I kind of figure that I'm gonna read it slower so you guys can try to internalize it or whatever. So let's get it because it's interesting. Okay, so it says, hello angel, this is Archangel Michael. Blessings from heaven. The Lord and God is Jesus and his Father, the Creator in heaven. Channeling today is for the individuals who are motivated to become a new frequency of the highest degree. Greetings. Your mind is now remembering the past frequencies you have integrated from your past endeavors. Congratulations, you have found yourselves. You have tapped into your subconscious mind state, integrated the neural pathways dormant that needed activation. Will you explore the recesses you never dreamt of in your mind? There's so many things science is yet to discover, however, has always been there. The induction of light frequency is being balanced and generating the light protons in the microstation bases in the receptors of your mind. Can you develop a radio frequency of telepathic communication? On the representation aspect of scientific development, adherence and the capacity that will develop in the future for the beyond measurable databases we can yet to say we have brought to the forefront. Will you bring the communication to a generalization among the collective? Bring your mind up a notch. Connect your mind to the highest frequency and then telepathically explore each other in the blazing fire of God's glory. For he created everything, and there's another creation to come no one will see coming, and there's still only select few only know about, and only one has a blueprint of. Miracles in the making, and this is a New Testament, there's that part, of developmental ascension against the intentional anarchy of God's covenant. Being present and doing the mind work for the collective is essential in the anatomical evolution of the neural state of conscious development. Keep in mind the devil will try to trick you two into many things that he cannot and will not ever be able to make in the darkness. Meaning he cannot and will not ever be able to hold the blueprint of the sacred geometry necessary for light code activations or inductions for the future. He will try to make you think that he is the creator with many masks. However, he cannot produce this. This is the channeling for today. Explore your mind and your heart. The best is yet to come. Blessings, Archangel Michael. Dream big. Closing. So I wanted to do some validations, right? So I just want to make sure you know I'm not misinterpreting anything. And this is what was said. I did a little bit of chat GPT and a little bit of my own notes in here too. So I wrote, light is made of photons, not protons. Protons are massive subatomic particles found in atomic nuclei. However, light protons could represent a fusion of energy and matter, as if referring to a charged light information carriers, an esoteric way of describing energy frequencies interacting with biological matter. Microspatial isn't a standard scientific term, but based on its structure, it can refer to microstate level foundations, that is, quantum or subcellular states within the body or mind. This would involve the quantum microstates of neuronal receptors, the most basic energetic or informational levels in the brain receptor cells. Receptors respond not only to molecules but also to frequency light or subtle energies, an idea found in quantum consciousness theories or light frequency healing models. So putting it together, light protons in a microspatial basis in the receptors of the human mind could be describing quantum light particles or frequencies interacting with the deepest energetic layers of the brain's receptors, perhaps activating dormant potentials, transmitting information beyond classical chemistry, or triggering higher states of consciousness. This concept overlaps with the light frequency cohesion, biophotonic signaling, and quantum consciousness, ideas being explored in fringe neuroscience and spiritual science. The devil may be able to imitate light or produce a false version of a spiritual experience, but he cannot access or distort the original sacred geometry because it is encoded with divine intelligence and harmony that cannot be corrupted or faked. True light code activations come through alignment with divine will, higher consciousness, or source, and false light lacks that resonance. Thus, he cannot replicate or channel the sacred geometry blueprint necessary for real spiritual awakening or divine alignment. So with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much everything I have for today. I hope you liked it. If you resonate, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And I appreciate you being here. Love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.